Hey, so it is the 8th, so I'm starting my Into the Drowning Deep buddy reading with Shannon and Ian. We're going to shoot for 3 chapters a day, so that'll be cool. I'm really interested to see how they feel about it. I think Ian will be all about it, and I'm hoping that Shannon digs it. I think there's a possibility she'll get really upset when things start happening, and I'm looking forward to her reactions. I'm gonna use my tiger bookmark because tigers. I'm also hoping to start digging into I Am Her Tribe by Danielle Dobie. The cover's embossed. You can't really see it very well. You can see the side. This is a poetry collection that oh my, that's not a photo I'm going to include on the internet. There's little illustrations in here, and I just passed one that's very natural. I'm excited. I was in a mood last week. There's a lot going on in my life right now, so I went and bought some books because that's what I do. So yeah, I'm gonna start reading that. I might maybe possibly play the new Jonas Brothers album that came out yesterday because I love them. And they have a new album out for the first time in 10 years. So, anyway, I'm gonna go now. So, I'm gonna do that. Bye. It's Saturday the 8th. I have just finished the first 3 chapters of Into the Drowning Deep by Mira Grant. I'm loving it all over again. The first time I read it was through an audiobook. So, this is the first time I'm reading a physical copy. I've also read about a little less than half of I Am Her Tribe by Danielle Dobie. There's a lot in here that I'm really, really loving. I was sort of switching back and forth. This book has a lot of very poetic language, and it's just absolutely beautiful. There's a few really great comedic moments as well, even though it is kind of a horror sci-fi situation. I'm absolutely digging this all over, and I'm so happy. So I'm setting this aside for the day. I'm going to read some more of I Am Her Tribe. I'm going to read some more of The House on Mango Street by Sandra Cisneros. I was really getting into this the other day, and I should probably be able to finish this today. Yeah, basically just getting them pages. It is Sunday, June 9th, and I have just finished editing the week 1 vlog for my Milwaukee teammates and I. I don't know what I'm gonna read. I haven't read anything yet today. It's already 12:30. I finally finished Winter yesterday by Marissa Meyer. Man, that book was too long. Ugh. It had a good ending, but it took way too long to get there. So it kind of spoiled the whole thing for me, but whatever. I'm gonna pick some audiobook. I'm not really sure what I'm in the mood for. We'll see. I think I need some nonfiction or something to chew on. That's me checking in for today. So catch you later.
Hey everybody, Shannon here. Day 9 of the Biblio game, so that means it's June 9th. Say hi, bubbies. Say hi. Alright, I have to shoot a video now. Will you stop that? Akabar, come here. So I just got done filming a new video for Drinks with Shannon, so I figured I'd do a quick vlog update on the Biblio games. Now I have a drink to go along with my reading that I'm going to do for the rest of the day. It's called A Dirty Shannon. Definitely check out my channel if you want to know what's in it. But yeah, I just got done with working, so I got the rest of the night basically just to read. I have honestly been reading all throughout my work shift because I work from home, and then I've been listening to audiobooks because I can listen to audiobooks while I work. Last week I was trying to listen to as many script books as I could before it reset on me on June 7th, so I did a lot of audiobooks. So this week I'm going to try to incorporate some physical books. So currently I'm reading As Old as Time. It's a adaptation on Beauty and the Beast, as well as I'm also going to start the Beast Tale of Love and Revenge, which is basically told up from the perspective of one of his maids. I'm also buddy reading Into the Drowning Deep with Amber Graham and Ian Luke. I don't know if I said your last name right, Ian. My bad. So we read 3 chapters yesterday and we're reading 3 chapters. I read 3 chapters today, as well as I also started the Beautiful Creatures series because I finished the Mortal Instruments yesterday. So yeah, that's pretty much my goal, is to try and incorporate more physical books this week instead of just focusing on audiobooks. I also plan on starting A True Believer by Nicholas Sparks, because let's be real, it's me. I have to read Nicholas Sparks at one point during this competition. And then it has a sequel of At First Sight, so it kind of goes with the series. It's not really a series, it's more like, 2 books, whatever. But I'm just gonna count it that way. I'm up to now, I have completed 12 books. Still haven't completed any challenges, because most of the challenges I plan on completing are gonna be with Into the Drowning Deep. I decided not to use the last book of the Mortal Instruments for a book with a satisfying ending, just because I already read it and I want it to be a book I haven't read yet. I'll try updating you a little bit more throughout the week, but it does cut into my reading time, so, I'm kind of bad with it. But, I'm not competitive. But anyways, I'll see you guys soon.
So, I haven't gotten much reading done today. And I'm about to spend the next 90 minutes or so watching the new Jonas Brothers documentary, because I love them. And I've decided that that's what I'm going to do with my evening. Haven't finished my chapters for Into the Drowning Deep. Here we are. Do I regret this? Not yet. Too excited. Hey, so it is Tuesday, June 11th. I didn't read much Sunday or Monday, so here I am with my update now. I finished 2 audiobooks. After the Lunar Chronicles, I was kind of just get me away from the YA. I can't really do this. I went for some nonfiction. I read Squid Empire, The Rise and Fall of the Cephalopods, which sounded really cool. It was really well done. I feel like I would have gotten a lot more out of it if I had a background in marine biology, because it goes way back, or paleontology or anything like that. But I don't. I'm just kind of a general animal enthusiast and nature enthusiast who casually likes to read about animals sometimes, and it was a little much. It was really good, and I did learn some things, but it was a bit. And then I finished that, and I was kind of in a mood, so I went to go try to read another nature type thing, and I read a book called Intelligence in Nature. And I was like, oh, we'll talk about different species and their intellect, and it sounds cool. No, it's a guy who has no degree relating to animals whatsoever. I think he's a psychologist who just went and interviewed a bunch of experts and then drew his own conclusions. He spends a lot of time talking about shamans. He spends a lot of time talking about how he's looking for intelligence in nature, including in plants. Fun fact. And he concluded that they do have an intelligence. And he spends all this time looking for intelligence. Then he goes to Japan, and he starts talking about Japanese philosophy and how the Japanese are viewing nature and how everything has a vibe. I don't really know how to describe it, but at that point I was just like, dude, you're not even finding things for your own book anymore. You're just kind of fangirling over Japan, which I get, but what? He spends a lot of time telling the reader about what language he's speaking to all of these people in that he's interviewing. He's like, oh, and I was speaking to them in Spanish, and I was speaking to them in English, but then it sounded like he was more fluent and comfortable in French, so then I spoke to him in French from that point forward. And I was like, dude, I get it. Okay, you're a polyglot. That's fine. I'm jealous, but can we calm down now? This is completely unnecessary to the book, because it was completely unrelated. So that was an experience. At least that book was short. I learned some stuff. Bees are really interesting. Bees are cool. They can learn things. It was weird. It was a weird time. It's evening. I was out and about getting dinner and going to bookstores like I do. So I'm going to read something. I don't even know. I'm probably going to try to finish out the chapter I'm in for Into the Drowning Deep. I'm behind on that. I'm behind on my Harry Potter buddy read. I'm behind on all my buddy reads because I didn't read anything the last 2 days, basically. So I'm going to try to get a start on Harry Potter, at least get a couple chapters in. And I doubt I'll probably get much more than that. I'm already pretty tired, so we'll see.
Hey everybody, so it's June 12th, so day 12 of the Biblio games. I just kind of wanted to give a quick vlog update here. So where I last left off, I just started Beautiful Creatures. I did go ahead and finish Beautiful Creatures and also Beautiful Darkness. I kind of took a step back from that just because they're a little bit longer and I wanted to save those for like my 12-hour shift days just because I have a little more time to listen to them like straight through without having to like pause them very often. And then since then I also read As Old as Time, and then I did some duet books on Scrib that I absolutely positively hated, but I started it, so I'm like, nope, I gotta finish it. But definitely would not recommend it. So that's where I'm at. I still haven't gotten my satisfying ending. I thought that I would be satisfied with As Old as Time, but it kind of felt like unfinished. Maybe there's just another book coming out or something like that, but it just felt unfinished, so I wasn't really satisfied. Here are my page numbers so far. That's where I'm at right now. I'm in the middle of True Believer and still reading Into the Drowning Deep. I'm on chapter 16 of that out of, I think it was like 38 or something like that, so almost halfway there.
Hey.
Hello.
So we're together.
Yeah.
And we're actually legit just like hanging out at my place reading. At one point we were hungry, so we ordered some wings.
Yep.
Which is really hard to read books when you're eating wings. It's very, very difficult. I don't know because I haven't tried. But we decided to listen to an audiobook together.
Oh my god.
And we were just looking for something really short.
Mm-hmm. And we picked I Survived, number 2.
Yeah. The Shark Attacks of 1916.
Yeah.
Which is apparently based off of real events. Yeah, we listened to that.
I can't believe we listened to that.
Well, we were definitively not the target audience.
No.
That is for sure. But, we did. And so we each got that.
We had a good laugh about it.
We just looked at each other like, whoa! That was interesting. And I guess while we're here, I didn't even, add up my stuff. But you go first. We'll do some mental math.
I think the last time I updated it was my day when I left off at 9:23. It's been 2 days since then. So I read 592 pages on the 12th. And then on yesterday, I only, again, got 2 hours of sleep because I got off of work at midnight and had to work at 6 a.m. So on that day, I read 1,107 pages. So that brings me up to about 22 books. I got one more spot. I'm almost done with another book that I'll probably finish by today. Yeah, I'm trying to basically make up for the fact that I'm going to be out of town this weekend and I won't be able to read as much, but that's what I got.
I don't know. I finished some books. Oh, that's the wrong page. Hello. I think I've just passed about 5,000 pages at this point, all said and done. So books that I finished: Collis Wife, Heart's Mess, Lick and Play, all by Kylie Scott, and I Am Her Tribe by Danielle Dobie, which is a poetry collection. I'm currently working on Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, which I was supposed to finish 2 days ago.
And we're both still working on Into the Drowning Deep.
Oh yeah, we're still working on the buddy read. We did hear from Ian today. Finally. And he hasn't been reading this week.
He's going to have a lot of chapters to catch up on.
He's going to have a lot of chapters to catch up. But I mean, he's got the audiobook, so he can just kind of breeze through it. But he had some really busy real life stuff going on this week, and so he didn't read much, which
it's okay. I read enough for him.
You really did.
It's like I got Ian's back.
Yeah. But yeah, he says he's going to catch up next week and send us some video updates. But no, he's got some exciting stuff going on. I hope it goes well. But yeah, so we've read some stuff, and that's where we're at.
Yep.
We're going to go keep reading now.
Yep.
So it's June 16th, Sunday, June 16th, beginning of week 3. And I posted week 2's vlog last Sunday. And in it, I'd asked for people to vote on one of the books in these 2 sections. So it's comics and art books. I got 3 votes by 2 people. So somebody suggested one or the other. And that was for Ode to Japanese Pottery, the next volume of Fables or put the book back on the shelf. Since nothing got multiple votes and the time is up, I am going to make my decision based on what I feel like. I'm going to put the book back on the shelf out because it's a comic based on song lyrics by a band that I know of and I have listened to, but I'm not that familiar with their stuff, and I would like to be more familiar with their stuff before I read that. So then it comes down to Storybook Love, Volume 3 of Fables, or Ode to Japanese Pottery by Robert Lee Yellen. And both of those were voted for by the Hermit Librarian. I am going to go with Ode to Japanese Pottery. I'm going to start reading that because I got it and I might as well read it. And otherwise I'll just keep putting it off. Whereas with Fables, I've already started reading it and I know I am going to get to that somewhat sooner rather than later. Whereas this I'll put off for the next 4 years. So yeah, so that's the book that I'm going to go with. And then I just finished the second Harry Potter book, which I am buddy reading with Caitlin and Eliza, and I'm very behind. I think Caitlin already finished the third book, and I just finished the second one today. So naturally, I'm going to start another book. I also got this book at the library. I saw a friend of mine reading it on Goodreads, and it looked really cute, and it is really cute. I read about 100 pages of it yesterday. I'm hoping to finish this today if possible. It'll give me some good pages. It's just a little kitten and it's so cute and I love cats. Yeah, and so I'm gonna hopefully finish this, start Ode to Japanese Pottery, and start the third Harry Potter book, The Prisoner of Azkaban. At some point I'll edit. So yeah, so that's my update so far for today.
Hey everyone, so it's Monday and I just finished Dan Brown's Origin. Whoa, it's about a good 350 pages of not a lot, but then the last 100 pages, everything comes together. And it is actually one of the most interesting, thought-provoking books I've read in a long time. Dan Brown tends to do that, I feel. Never a happy ending, of course. I won't spoil anything, but pretty much he tries to cover two big questions, where we came from and where are we going. And he goes into a lot of energy and thermodynamics of our origin, and that was pretty cool. And then we're pretty much, well, there's a lot of AI, artificial intelligence, involved with it, so I'll let you kind of read it if you choose to. But otherwise, I would say he could whittle it down a good 300 pages, and it would be perfect, because the last 100 pages is really what matters. And kind of, if you're interested in a book of comparing science and religion and where science will lead religion or where religion will lead science, this is a perfect book for that. So please read it, starting at page 300. Okay. And now I'm on to my next book, 1776, it's called. So I'll keep you posted. All right. Talk to you later.
Hey everybody, it's Shannon here. It's technically after midnight, so it's June 18th, so it's day 18 of the Biblio games. I'm kind of slacking this week because I was out of town all weekend, so yeah, I mean, I'm only up to about like 1,500 pages in the last 3 days. And then to add to it, let's see, what did I finish? I finished True Believer, The Beast's Heart, and The Tapping a Billionaire at First Sight, and then Beautiful Redemption, which I used as one of my challenges for the satisfying ending, because I was actually really happy with how that series did end. So yeah, I'll just kind of give you a little brief here of what I got. That's where we're sitting at right now. So then here's page 2. Whoops. I swear I'm terrible at this. But here's page 2, challenges updated, as well as I've finished my first page here. So now I'm on to page 2. So There we go. And then I think that if I have it timed out right, I should be finishing up Into the Drowning Deep by tomorrow, which is technically Wednesday. I'm just seeing today as the 18th, even though in my mind it's still the 17th because I haven't gone to sleep yet. So then after that, I'll be done with all my challenges. Yay! So that's pretty much my update. We'll see you guys next time.
Hey, so it's June 18th. It's Tuesday, and I'm checking in. I've been reading Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. I don't actually have the sleeve for this one. It got lost at some point down the road. I've been reading Cheese Sweet Home Volume 1, which is super cute and I love it. I haven't read any of that today. I don't know if I'm going to. Oh, God, I can't even say anything. Today I finished listening to the audiobook for Not That Bad, edited by Roxane Gay. It was really good. It was really important. I finished that. What else have I been listening to? I listened to some more audiobook for Into the Drowning Deep. I did transition to the audiobook for that because of timing and so many buddy reads. I've got a bit more to listen to for Cloud Atlas for my buddy read with Sue. And I started reading Whiskey Words and a Shovel 1 by R.H. Sin. I love him. I found the ebook for that, so that I don't typically read ebooks, but that will count towards my challenge to read a book in a format I don't typically read for the Biblio games. And I don't remember if that's a main class or a villains class, but it's somewhere. I started an ode to Japanese pottery the other day. I started the audiobook for Vicious by V.E. Schwab. It sounds like a book that I would probably really enjoy, but I hate that narrator. I can't stand that narrator. It was making it just absolutely terribly difficult for me to get into. So I did find the ebook for that on Scribd. So hopefully I can get to that. If not, I'm not going to do it. I can't do that audiobook. I just cannot. In general, I've been struggling with audiobooks lately. I can't seem to settle on anything I'm ever in the mood for. I think it's partially because I've just been really in the mood to want to physically read books. I don't know, maybe it's just the stuff that's available I haven't been getting into. Yeah, that's pretty much all I've got to say for right now, for this week, so far. Just books everywhere, man. Books everywhere. It's a good way to be.
Hey everybody, it's Shannon here, giving a little bit of a quick update. It is day 21, June 21st, so we got just a little bit over a week left of the Biblio games. So far, I have completed 38 books. I'm in the middle of 39. I got like a few hours left on it, and I should have it finished by today. Otherwise, yeah, this week I've been kind of in a romance book kind of mood. I've read a lot of romance titles like Heartless, Roomies, Facade, and 10 Years Later. I also finished Into the Drowning Deep for my buddy read, plus let's see, I completed all my challenges. Are completed now. So I read the format you don't typically read, which is sci-fi. I was also read a sci-fi book, which was part of Mad Science. Then the book with the badass main character as well with Into the Drowning Deep, and then the buddy read. So yeah, I'm done with all my challenges, as well as I also read a book that just came out on June 18th called Of Beast and Beauty by Shonda Hawn. It was a really good book. I do recommend that you read it, or anything by her, because she makes all these compelling stories and is great. But anyways, here we go. So this is where I'm at. This is page 2. You guys have already seen page 1. Got all my challenges completed and marked there, as well as there's all my other books. This is where I'm at with numbers so far. I haven't put in today's because it's not over yet. I feel like I'm slacking a little bit this week because of my vacation, but oh well, I'll make up for it. I think I'm gonna make my goals of reading, I think I said my goal was to read 45 books, but now I think I'm going to switch it to 50 books because I only have 12 books to go and we got a little over a week to go. As well as 17,000 pages. I'm not too far off from that either, so I definitely think I can achieve all my goals. So thanks for watching, and I'll keep you guys updated. Bye.
It is Friday night, the 21st. I am going to read a bit more from my Ode to Japanese Pottery. I didn't know before I started reading it that the pottery that they're talking about is very specifically sake cups, which is just a really cool, super Japanese thing, and I like that. After I started reading it, it made me want to start drinking some sake, which I do enjoy generally. It's not just like oh, maybe I'll give that a shot. I normally just drink it out of regular cups, and it feels like I'm doing something inappropriate because they're so gorgeous. And it's kind of cool because the author is talking about his personal collection. It's really cool. I think later in the book it goes into flasks. Yeah, it's just pretty neat. I'm really tired and I'm gonna go to sleep soon. Between yesterday and today I read 509 pages. I finished The Sea Lady by H.G. Wells. I read some of my Japanese Ode to Japanese Pottery. I read 2 sections in Cloud Atlas, which I'm buddy reading with Sue over at Spinebreakers. I've read 209 pages of Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, which I'm buddy reading with Caitlin and Eliza, although they finished it and Caitlin already finished book 4 because this is the first time reading it. It's so fun. So yeah, I'm gonna go to sleep pretty soon here when I'm done with this and then submit my pages. Right now I have 8,135 pages. I'm on track. I'm slightly ahead for being on track to reach my goal of 10,000 pages by the end of the month. I think I'll pass it by a little bit. That's all I got for today. Hey, it's Saturday, June 22nd, and I have just finished reading Infidel. I'm not going to try to pronounce the author's name because I'll mess it up. This book is amazing. I absolutely love it. It's a horror comic. I can't say words. My sinus issues are through the roof today. It deals with racism and xenophobia and Islamophobia, and it sort of personifies hate as a monster. I thought this was so magnificently done. I happened to find it at the library, and the cover drew me in, and then I read the little blurb on the back, and I was like, well, this is something I need to read. So I did, and I'm so happy, and now I'm gonna buy it, because I need to own this. I really love art that uses mixed media, so for me, that was kind of a bonus. The story is amazing, the art is amazing. Apparently, all of my favorite comic books are horror comic books, because it's like, it's this and Lock and Key, although Afar is also really, 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 really good. I'm gonna stop talking about it. I'm gonna go now and read some more, but I thought I would just share that with you.
If one were to be in the life of Ian Lukey between June 17th to the 23rd, one would find that he has read a total of 3 books. First, completing Origin by Dan Brown on the 17th of June. This book, I have my thoughts on it in an earlier segment, but about 300 pages of nothing, 100 pages of extreme wow. I was amazed. I was interrupted many times by Kitty, but I made it through. Tuesday, the 18th, I have started 1776 by David. This is about the Revolutionary War, one of my extreme passions. I am 3 chapters in, about 180 pages, and I like it. My thoughts are positive so far. There is a lot of switching around. It is kind of confusing. You have to be very concentrated when you're reading it, but it is a very interesting read. One of my passions is the Revolutionary War, and one of my passions is biochemistry and anthropology, and these 2 books are amazing for that. I'm also listening to an audiobook called Into the Drowning Deep. The narrator has kind of the same tone all throughout 17 hours of the audiobook. It's an interesting, quick story. I like it. It's about deadly mermaids. I have been hooked on the show Siren, unfortunately. So it kind of parallels with that. And there's a lot of similarities, surprisingly. Marine biologists in both the show and the book. I am also planning on reading The Devil in the White City, about H.H. Holmes. As you can see, I'm a fan of history, and I will be starting this Wednesday. It's been a very productive reading week. I will give you an update as soon as I finish the 3 hours of the audiobook. I finished 1 book, 2 books, onto another one. I will give you a quick update starting Monday of what happened over the weekend to prepare for Friday, the end of the week. This has been the live segment of Ian Lukey. I will see you next week.